Saul killed his thousands, David his tens of thousands. The women sing it in the streets, and Saul hears every word. It should have been a victory song. To Saul, it sounds like a throne being taken from him. From that day on, he watches David with a jealous eye. Day 76. The Jealous Eye. 1 Samuel 18:20 and Psalms 11:59. David comes home from killing Goliath, and the whole nation celebrates. Women come from the towns of Israel with songs, dancing, timbrels, and lyres. Saul has slain his thousands, and David his tens of thousands. Saul hears the song, and praise for David lands like an insult. They have credited David with tens of thousands, he says, but me with only thousands. What more can he get but the kingdom? But on the day Goliath falls, Saul is not the only one watching David. Jonathan watches too, Saul's son, the crown prince, the man born to inherit the throne David will one day occupy. And Jonathan sees what his father refuses to see. He takes off his robe and gives it to David, then his tunic, his sword, his bow, his belt. Piece by piece, he hands David the symbols of royal inheritance. This is not courtly admiration. It is covenant. Jonathan chooses friendship over position, loyalty over ambition, God's will over his own claim. David goes wherever Saul sends him. He behaves wisely in all his ways. All the people love him. Even Saul's officers love him. The next day, an evil spirit comes powerfully on Saul. He is prophesying inside his house. David is playing the lyre, as he does. Saul has a spear in his hand. He hurls it at David. He says to himself, "I will pin David to the wall." David dodges it. Twice. Saul can see the thing he fears most. God's favor has moved. So Saul removes David from the palace and sends him to command 1,000 men. But exile only enlarges David's name. He leads the troops. He wins the people. And still he acts with wisdom. Saul offers his older daughter Merab to David as his wife. His motive is not generosity. Let the Philistines kill him, so I won't have to do it myself. It doesn't work. Merab is given to someone else. But Saul's younger daughter Michal loves David. Saul sees another opportunity. The bride price, 100 Philistine foreskins. Saul is certain the Philistines will kill David before he can collect them. David goes out with his men. He and his men kill 200 Philistines. He brings the full count to the king. Saul gives him Michal. He realizes more and more that the Lord is with David. Michal, his daughter, loves David. From then on, Saul does not merely fear David, he hunts him in his heart. The Philistine commanders keep coming out to fight. Every time they take the field, David meets them and defeats them more than the rest of Saul's officers. His name becomes well known. Saul tells Jonathan and all the attendants to kill David. Jonathan warns him, "My father Saul is looking for a chance to kill you. Be on guard tomorrow morning. Go into hiding. I will go out and stand with my father in the field where you are and speak to him about you. I will tell you what I find out." Jonathan speaks well of David to his father. "Don't do wrong to David. He has not wronged you. What he did was good for you. He took his life in his hands when he killed Goliath. You saw it. You were glad. Why would you do wrong to an innocent man?" Saul listens. He swears, "As surely as the Lord lives, David will not be put to death." Jonathan calls David back and repeats Saul's oath. He brings him back to Saul. David is with Saul again. War breaks out again. David goes out and fights the Philistines and strikes them with such force that they flee. An evil spirit comes on Saul again. He is sitting in his house with his spear. David is playing the lyre. Saul tries to pin him to the wall. The spear hits the wall, not David. David flees. He escapes into the night. Saul sends men to David's house to watch it and kill him in the morning. Michal tells David, "If you don't run tonight, tomorrow you'll be dead." She lowers him through a window. He flees. She takes an idol and puts it in the bed. She covers it with a garment and puts goat hair at its head. When Saul's men come, she tells them, "He is ill." Saul sends them back. "Bring him up to me in his bed so I can kill him." They find the idol. Michal has bought David a knight. David runs to Samuel at Ramah. He tells him everything Saul has done. They go to Naioth and stay there. David flees from Naioth. He finds Jonathan. "What have I done? What is my crime? How have I wronged your father that he is trying to kill me?" Jonathan cannot accept it. "You are not going to die. My father doesn't do anything great or small without telling me first. Why would he hide this from me?" David does not soften the truth. "Your father knows very well that I have found favor in your eyes. He has said to himself, 'Jonathan must not know this or he will be grieved. Yet as surely as the Lord lives and as you live, there is only a step between me and death. Jonathan says, whatever you want me to do, I'll do for you. So they make a plan in the shadows. David will hide in the field for 3 days. Jonathan will sound out his father at the new moon feast. He will come to David with news, using arrows as a signal. If Jonathan shoots arrows to the near side of a rock, it is safe, come back. If he shoots them to the far side, run. The Lord is sending you away. Jonathan makes David reaffirm his covenant. Show me unfailing kindness like the Lord's kindness as long as I live, and do not ever cut off your kindness from my family. David gives him his word. At the new moon feast, Saul sits down to eat. David's place is empty. Saul says nothing the first day. Perhaps something has made him ceremonially unclean. The second day, David's place is still empty. Saul asks Jonathan, why hasn't the son of Jesse come to the meal either yesterday or today? Jonathan gives the excuse David prepared. He asks permission to go to Bethlehem for a family sacrifice. Saul erupts. You son of a perverse and rebellious woman. Don't I know that you have sided with the son of Jesse to your own shame and to the shame of the mother who bore you? As long as the son of Jesse lives on this earth, neither you nor your kingdom will be established. Now send someone to bring him to me, for he must die. Why should he be put to death? What has he done? Saul hurls his spear at Jonathan. Now Jonathan knows. His father is not confused. He is decided. He goes to the field in the morning. He shoots arrows to the far side of the rock. He calls out to the boy with him. Isn't the arrow beyond you? Hurry, go quickly. Don't stop. The boy picks up the arrow and goes back to town. David comes out from the south side of the rock. He bows before Jonathan 3 times. They kiss each other and weep. David weeps the most. Jonathan says, go in peace. We have sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord. David leaves. Jonathan goes back to town. Psalm 59. Before the flight written when Saul sent men to watch David's house and kill him. Deliver me from my enemies, O God. Protect me from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from evildoers and save me from those who are after my blood. See how they lie in wait for me. Fierce men conspire against me for no offense or sin of mine. They return at evening, snarling like dogs and prowling about the city. But I will sing of your strength. In the morning I will sing of your love. For you are my fortress, my refuge in times of trouble. You are my strength. I sing praise to you. You, God, are my fortress, my God, on whom I can rely. Psalm 11. In the Lord I take refuge, written from the running, from the pressure to flee and keep fleeing. In the Lord I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. He observes everyone on earth. His eyes examine them. The Lord examines the righteous. But the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion. For the Lord is righteous. He loves justice. The upright will see his face, the spear thrown twice, the window at night, the arrows in the field. David is running, but he is not running from God. He is running toward him. Every step away from Saul is a step deeper into the Psalms. Tomorrow, David on the run. He eats consecrated bread. He takes Goliath's sword from the priest. He pretends to be mad before a Philistine king. He gathers 400 men in a cave, and Saul massacres an entire town of priests for helping him. See you then.